Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local news for Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. A suspected DUI driver collided with two parked cars in Yucca Valley late Friday night. At around 10:45 p.m. on Friday, county sheriff's deputies from the Morongo Basin Station say that a white Ford driving east on 29 Palms Highway veered off of the road, colliding with two parked cars near Sage Avenue. Deputies report finding debris on the road. Deputies identified the driver as Joel Greenstein, a 44-year-old resident of Hollywood, California, and say he continued driving, heading north on Old Woman Springs Road. Greenstein was stopped by deputies near Aberdeen Road, where he was taken into custody and transported to the Morongo Basin Jail, where his blood was tested. Joel Greenstein was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence and booked into the Morongo Basin Jail. He has since been released. Last night, the Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors held a special meeting in Covington Park's multi-purpose room where they accepted Morongo Valley Fire Chief James Brakebill's notice of retirement. Gabriel Hart was there and brings us this report.
Citing his 69 years of age and looming health issues, Brakebill said retirement was a hard decision and that leaving the position felt like, quote, leaving a family.
It's been wonderful. It's just a nice capstone for my career. Okay, I couldn't have picked a better department to retire from, and I mean that sincerely.
Thank you so much for your service, and we wish you good health. Does anyone else like to make a comment?
Yeah, thank you for your service. Godspeed. Just let us know if you need anything.
It was an honor. I considered it an honor and a privilege.
Finance Director Johnny Tolbert made a motion for the board to accept Brakebill's retirement letter with the caveat that they have a retirement ID and badge made as well as a proclamation or resolution in Brakebill's name. The motion passed 5-0 as each board member gave thanks to Brakebill. Continuing his upstanding integrity for the district's future even in the wake of announcing his retirement, Brakebill said,
If you ever need my skill set on a temporary basis because somebody's sick or a blind or something, the only way I'd come back and do it is as a volunteer. Okay, I want to make that clear. So if you ever find yourself, like you and I were talking about, in a bind, please feel free, because I have a lot of free time now. So if you need anything, or if Brittany, gets sick before she leaves, and you need somebody to call me, because it'll be as a volunteer and a volunteer only.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
Brakebill's retirement will be effective May 12, 2024. Until the department is given a replacement, MVCSD's organizational chart puts General Manager Brittany Chavez in charge of overseeing the fire department. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Two meetings are happening today related to the Morongo Basin Healthcare District. First, at 6 p.m., a short meeting of the High Desert Memorial Healthcare District Foundation Board of Directors will be held. The foundation provides philanthropic support to the Morongo Basin Healthcare District, and in addition to receiving a financial report, the board will discuss raising community awareness about their work. Then at 6:30 p.m., the Morongo Basin Healthcare District's Board of Directors holds their regular business meeting. On their agenda is a consideration of the empty seat left behind by resigned Board Director Savitt and an appointment of a new board vice president. The board will honor Chief Community Programs Officer Joe Rudden and receive an update on the Healthcare District's annual quality report. Both meetings will be held today, starting at 6 p.m. at the Morongo Basin Healthcare District's office at 6530 La Contenta Road, Suite 400 in Yucca Valley. Once you've cleaned your chompers, one local Girl Scout troop wants you to think twice before tossing out your worn-out toothbrush or used-up flosser. They want you to recycle them instead. Reporter Heather Clisby has more.
Headed straight for the landfill, approximately 1 billion plastic toothbrushes are thrown away every year in the United States, creating 50 million pounds of waste annually. Yucca Valley Girl Scout Troop 947 is asking residents to help them tackle that problem. The girls have created collection bins to take your spent toothbrushes, disposable flossers, dental floss containers, toothbrush heads, mouthwash containers, and toothpaste tubes so they may be recycled into shoes, park benches, new toothbrushes, and clothes. Throughout May, oral care recycling bins will be in several spots across the Morongo Basin, including the lobby right here at Z107.7 FM in Joshua Tree. Additional bin locations include the Yucca Valley Town Hall lobby and the Green Road Runner, also in Yucca Valley. Troop 947 will collect the items and ship them to Oral B, which facilitates the program. Currently in 5th grade, the Scouts are working toward earning a Bronze Award by making a difference in their community. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
The 73rd Annual National Day of Prayer is today and will be recognized throughout the day in 29 Palms. The National Day of Observance is held on the first Thursday of May and is recognized locally by the 29 Palms Ministerial Association. They will hold 3 services today in 29 Palms, each led by City Council member and Association President MacArthur Wright. The first 2 services will be held at 7 a.m. and noon at Veterans Park. The third service will be at 6:30 p.m. at Gospel Fellowship Christian Center Church. Milltree, whose mission is to create community between veterans, service members, and civilians through shared experiences, projects, and creative expression, proudly host their final entry in their Tapestries of Transformation project this Saturday. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas says you will want to experience this tapestry.
Join Milltree for their final project of their Tapestries of Transformation, a one-act original play, Tapestry, written by Gabriel Hart, with a stellar creative team led by director Christian Camargo, composer Gabrielle Alvaro and Tyler Siraka, choreographer Barbara Koch, costumer videographer Jai Knight, set designer Mia Torres, and Fax McBride, featuring sculpture by Bobby First. This one night of magic will be on May 4th in the Sanctuary Building at the Joshua Tree Retreat Center at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. Performed by veterans, family members, and community, this performance will be the retelling of a fantastical dream spanning one night of a warrior's return home, made possible in part by a grant from the Inland SoCal Creative Corps and the California Arts Council. To RSVP, visit the link in the story at z1077fm.com or visit mill-tree.org. Reporting for Z1077, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
On this week's Z1077 Up Close show with Gary Daigneault, they will examine a one-of-a-kind immersive experience in the Black Rock area of Joshua Tree National Park, facilitated by Boxo Projects. Connie McKenzie, a multidisciplinary artist, will join Boxo Projects director Bernard Lebov to talk about a project called Borrowed, which involves researching local environmental issues and motivating people to take action. The events will take place May 3rd through 12th. Listen tomorrow morning to get the details on how you can take part in the workshops and performances. And finally, on last Friday's Up Close show, Gary Daigneault sat down to discuss culture in Yucca Valley with Clayton Rardin and Jacob Kuzmirik of the town's recreation department. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with more on Yucca Valley's summer concert series.
For Morongo Basin residents looking for things to do in the off-season, Yucca Valley's summer concert series is the perfect way to enjoy those beautiful summer evenings outdoors. Held on Saturday evenings, the series is a free, all-ages event that features musicians across various musical genres. Clayton Rardin of the Yucca Valley Recreation Department announced this year's lineup live on Z107.7, starting with the Dreamboats on July 4th.
So after the 4th of July at Brem Park, we move back to the community center, and we will have our first concert there with the Smith Country Band on July 13th. And then we will have a Guns N' Roses tribute band, Appetite for Destruction, on July 20th, followed up with the Smoking Cobras on July 27th. And then we have an artist, Reed Perry, on August 2nd, former of the band Perry. And then we'll wrap up the summer with Cassie B, some of her own music and playing some greatest hits on August 10th. And that's the lineup for this year.
The summer concert series will begin on the 4th of July at Brem Park to run through August 10th. You can listen to Gary's full conversation with Clayton Rardin and Kuba Kuzmirik by downloading the Up Close show as a podcast. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear news happening, let us know about it. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.